all of us have things that we need to work on. All of us have things that we could be better in. But I think that is putting aside our own personal feelings about things, sometimes you just kind of got to step back and say, you know what? Mingo needs me right now. And instead of me kind of being on whatever it is that I'm on, you know, like I said, we don't compete with each other, but understanding that advocacy means that I'm going to fully support him. Yeah. And if you're busy competing with that other person, how can you fully support them?
Yeah, you'll miss the moment, because a lot of time when people need support, they don't know how to ask for support. It's us standing back paying attention like, oh, she need me right now. Even if I don't say nothing, just me being in the room might make her feel I can do this because my support system is here now. But if I'm competitive and petty, I'm like, I'm gonna sit in the car till she finished. So I don't know what all you've been through. I don't know if you need me. Yeah. And then by the time you get to the car, you don't really want to talk about it because like I really needed you, but I didn't know how to tell you I needed you. Yeah. I didn't want to tell you that you should have been there so I wouldn't have to need you. It just really gets in the weeds. But if you go ahead and take that advocacy route, that supportive route, that encouraging route, that route of love, that route of you can do this,
and figuring out what is the foundation of this competition. Why are you competing against me? Yeah. What is that? Why are we doing this way instead of making sure that if you're going to accomplish something, that you don't have to try to accomplish it, number one, on your own, that you do have that person that's there to be an advocate for you. And even because if the opposite of being somebody's advocate is being somebody's adversary. So you have to decide which route you're going to take. Are you going to be with me? Are you going to be against me? And oftentimes when couples compete, they're really not as productive. Let's say sometimes people can, if couples think, well, it's a healthy competition between us. A healthy competition will be like, okay, Mingo, I bet I can finish something quicker than you or something like that. But if
where you go hard in the paint.
Yeah, not like I'm trying to make it, like I'm dogging you out and trying to make you lose. Yeah. Like who does that? Like don't be that way. And so I think you have to decide when you are talking about why you're competing with one another, which category do you fit in? Do you fit in the advocate category, or do you fit in the adversary category?
You made me think about something just then. Think about the competition, right? You said you train. You talked about football. You train. You're on this team, and we're all. I want my team to win.
Yes.
You the black team. I'm the red and blue team.
Okay.
But when you win, would you rather have a victory by yourself? Or would you rather have somebody that'll celebrate it with you? So when you're talking about a relationship, that victory is much well-deserved and it feels better and it sits better when both of you all are celebrating the victory.
Right.
I mean, that's the simplest way to look at it. Because if y'all competing and one of y'all got to lose, only one of y'all going to be happy. And being happy by yourself, in my opinion, is not fun.
Yeah, I mean, when you said the word victory, it just really, just in the simplest place, I know it seems like, everything out here feels like a challenge these days. Like we get it, right? But no one can beat you being you.
Yeah, they can't.
They can't be you. Listen, you're the most unique and beautiful and wonderful person out here. Yep. So why try to compete with somebody else who's beautiful and wonderful and wants to be a part of your life? You can start to shift the way that you feel about what competition looks like.
Man, you know that saying that said no two things in this world are exactly alike. That goes for people, especially people. I bring what I bring to the table. You bring what you bring to the table. And hopefully it makes the table plentiful when we put it together.
And I think that if we step back and we look at each other, maybe you can learn some things I can learn some things from Mingo's competitive nature, the same way he can learn some things from me being competitive. As long as we're not trying to harm and hurt one another, step back for a minute and say, you know what? He's really good at doing this, and maybe I need to kind of work on it. So let me go to him and say, hey, Mingo, I see that you know how to do this, and I don't really do that well. Can you offer me some tips? I'll give you an example.